Good evening, good evening, good evening again. This late evening again. Let me quickly come here to make some live, a very brief, I will always say very brief live video after the leader Mazi Nnamdi Kano's live broadcast. Let me quickly drop this before you go to sleep. This evening, 15th of March 2020. You are welcome to watch my live video. Chima Christopher, thanks for joining me. Heavens Ochinedu, thanks for joining me. Uche, thanks for joining me. Like I said, and I will always say it, we are not sleeping just like our enemies are not sleeping. We are not sleeping, and we will not sleep so long as our enemies are not sleeping. The enemies of Biafra, so long as they are not sleeping, we are not sleeping. Thank you, Romanus Madu, Jocelyn Noah, Martin Solomon, Dirichuku Henry Obina for joining me. Ago Kole, thank you for joining me. Nze Sinachi, thank you for joining me. Christian Arize, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Oliver Onyeka, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me this evening. This evening, I will have to tell you one thing very, very briefly before we go to sleep. Thank you all for joining me this evening as this awareness for Nigeria disintegration continues. This evening, I hope you have watched and listened to Mazi Nnamdi Kano broadcast, and this is going to take a very, very short while, and we go. And this is a very important information I would want to give you this evening, because we are intensifying this agitation for Biafra, freedom, and disintegration of Nigeria. We are intensifying it as the enemies are not sleeping. We will not be sleeping as well. That is exactly what will be happening henceforth. If the enemy is not sleeping, we will not be sleeping. All of you must have watched the explosion in Lagos State, and a lot of people are saying that pipeline exploded in Lagos State, that a pipeline exploded and what have you. Let me quickly address some of these issues very, very quickly. For those who don't know what is going on in Nigeria, like we have always said, the incidents that will be happening in Nigeria will be compelling you that will come out to shout one Nigeria when the country is already in shambles, just to maintain the position that is given to you, just to continue to maintain the public office that was given to you. Not that it is the best you can get in Nigeria as a Nigerian, but because of your greed. Because of your greed, you would prefer that your people die in hunger. You would prefer that your people die in poverty. You would prefer that your people die by Fulani terrorists. And for that reason, understand that it is the time you join hand with Biafra agitators to restore Biafra Republic. And each time you hear those of us who are shouting for Biafra, you will be saying, oh, Nigeria will be better. Nigeria can never be better. And on daily basis, we are proving to you that Nigeria can never be better. You hear senators, you hear House of Representative members coming to give you all kind of speeches and all that, to tell you that Nigeria will be better, Nigeria will be better. It is a lie, and all of them are political talk. All these talks are political talk. Now, those of you I have not mentioned your name, like I said, I'm going to be very brief, and I will come again maybe towards the end to mention a few names to recognize you people for always waiting for us and listening to us and sharing these powerful informations we are giving to you to be able to let you understand that Nigeria is not for you if you are a Biafran. So let me show you one message. First of all, because Nnamdi Kanu has given a very detailed information about some issues in Nigeria today, but I want to quickly point out one or two things that you need to know. First of all, I want to take you back to the killing of Biafrans in Ebonyi State and the lies that are being told about that killing. I'm going to give you a detailed information today. But before I start this, giving you this information about the lies that has been told by those who think that they are protecting the interest of their political elites in Ebonyi State, I want you to read what I'm about to present to you in this screen. Now, read this. This is the news. This is the news. This news was published 4 days ago. As you can see, this is news. It's a daily post published 4 days ago. And the title here is Ebonyi Police, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra in War of Words, over killings in Mbo community. Mbo community is in Ohauku local government of Ebonyi State. Now, let me also read some of the contents of this news. It reads, the national leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, and the Ebonyi State Police Command has continued to trade words over the gruesome killing of some persons in Ndego, Orie, Umogudakpo community in Ohauku local government area of Ebonyi State. Now, this thing continues. Kanu, in a statement forwarded to newsmen in Abakaliki, claimed that herdsmen carried out the attack of Mbo community with the support of some security agents, but police denied such claim, adding that the attack was carried out by neighboring Agela people. Kanu's statement reads in part, on March 10, in Ndagore, Umogudakpo community in Ebonyi State, in Ohauku local government area of Ebonyi State, armed herdsmen camped at the neighboring Agela community, Ado local government, Benue State, numbering about 35. Some dressed in military uniform and supported by Nigeria security agents who were already present in Umogudakpo village, harassing people. Now, before I start to make statement on this statement you see here, some dressed military you see in this place, this statement, some dressed in military uniform supported by Nigeria security agents who were already present in Umogudakpo village, harassing people. Before I continue, this statement, as rightfully written by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is it a fact or fallacy? Is this statement fact or fallacy? That before the invasion of Mbo community in Ebonyi State, before I will come to whether it is Fulanese or not, the point now I want to first of all bring to you, this assertion by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that the military and people in military uniform were already in this community harassing people before the killing of these innocent Biafrans. The question is this fact or fallacy? The answer is fact. The military men were already in this community, not only harassing, they arrested community leaders. As I'm talking to you, some of them are still in prison. They released for some, a woman, they arrested a woman leader, one of the leader, a woman, they arrested her. The name of the person is called Chinyere Elom. They arrested her. She was among the people that were molested by the security agents as directed by Governor Umahi or whoever that is directing them. And later on, they released that woman and the other people, other community leaders, including somebody who contested as a chairmanship aspirant under PDP. That person is still under detention if they have not released him. Not only that they are molested, they arrested. And as I'm talking to you today, they continue to invent that community to harass innocent people who wanted to protect their community. And the military they were there before these people came and attacked and killed and burned everything they saw to ashes. So the statement you see here from the indigenous people, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this statement here is absolutely correct and fact. Why I'm doing this is because I told Nigeria military it is time they bring in their best brain. Because the Biafrans of this 2020 is not the Biafran of 1967. By the time we finish with them, they will be crawling and begging for Biafra Republic. This is a fact. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote to here is a fact. And every living soul in that community where this thing took place is a witness that the military has been in this community harassing and arresting innocent citizens of Biafrans. And the claim for which military invaded this community is that, according to the story, that a soldier or a person who disguised as a soldier was missing. And whether the story is real or fake, that is what nobody is yet to confirm. But of course, they can make everything up. So the assertion here is absolutely correct and fact. Now, will Nigeria military now come to tell Nigerians that they were not in this community as rightfully written by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Will they come to dispute the fact that they did not invent the community even before the so-called attack, which they shielded and participated in? Because according to eyewitness, somebody came from dropping his child in the school and saw them and ran. They took his bike. At least he saw some of them. So will the military now come to say that we are not in this community during and before the attack? The answer is no. They cannot dispute it because the evidences are there from the people they arrested and molested in that community. Now, let me continue to read this news from the Daily Post. We go further. These herdsmen, in collaboration with Nigeria Army, invaded the community and killed 20%. This is also fact. Nnamdi Kanu went further to list the names of the people that were killed, some of them, and their names are here. Verifiable evidence. He also went further to list that also houses and farm produce storage facilities were burnt. These are facts. We all saw it in the video. Now, let me read further. Those that look up to governor across East for protection can now see for themselves that caliphate are one in charge. This is also fact. And do you know why this is fact? Nnamdi Kanu wrote here, those that look up to governors across the East for protection can now see for themselves that caliphate are the ones in charge. Before I go further, to continue reading this, I want to show you another news. Before I continue, stay very calmly. I want to show you another news before I continue reading this one. Now, watch this. Are you seeing this? This is a news from the Sun of this day, 15th of March, 2020. Police launch manhunt for killers of 2 herdsmen in Kogi State. 2. And they are already launching manhunt for two herdsmen killed in Kogi State. Now, relate this heading of this news. Now that police launch manhunt for 2 killers of herdsmen in Kogi State. Relate this news to what I'm about to show to you now. Do you remember the heading of this news? Police launch manhunt for the killers of 2 herdsmen in Kogi State. Now, come back here. Come back here and read what Nnamdi Kanu wrote. Those that look up to governors across the East for protection can now see for themselves that caliphates are the ones in charge. This is fact. Would you say that Nnamdi Kanu is wrong? Are you relating? Because I told you people, as this agitation goes on, it is taking a different dimension. As the enemies are busy, enemies of Biafra are busy, we will be busy educating our people for them to know that what we are shouting is not just about math. We will be bringing evidences upon evidences, bringing them together, and it will start making sense to you. It will start making a lot of sense, including those of you that Nigeria hungry have killed, Nigeria hunger have killed, Nigeria suffering has killed, Nigeria poverty has killed. We will bring sense and put inside your head. And your brain will begin to function until you come back and realize that you have a better life in a state and a country called Biafra. Did you see that? Let me present it again. And I am sorry that I am repeating because I have come to learn that when you are dealing with people in Nigeria, you have to adopt a different approach. Do you know why we are shouting? When I want to talk to people, to business partners and friends, I don't shout. I talk like a civilized man. But when you are relating with people back home in Africa, you have to shout because that is only when they will hear you. And not only that you have to shout because the noise in Africa, if you enter Lagos today, if somebody is talking on the phone, you will hear it in 1 kilometer from where the person. Do you know the reason? The reason is the noise in Africa polluted. So everybody here is blocking. You have to shout very well for somebody to hear you. And apart from that, Africans will talk loud. So that is why I am shouting. I am not shouting because I am shouting at you. I am shouting because Africans are very loud when they talk. And this is the blood of an African. Not just an African, an Igbo man blood running in me. And that is why I'm shouting, so you can understand me very well. Now, let me go further so that you will, after this evening, in addition to what we have been doing and what we are yet to do, your sense will begin to come back. Now, I will continue reading the news between the war of word between IPOB and the police in Ebonyi State. Now, follow me. As you see that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote and what I have just showed you now, you will see that police are they are hunting for the people who killed only 2 herdsmen. Only 2 horsemen were killed in Kogi. And probably before those 2 herdsmen were killed, they must have committed havoc. They must have raped women. They must have raped children. They must have chopped head. They must have butchered them. Nobody knows. But immediately the 2 were killed. Police is manhunting the killers of these 2 herdsmen. But in Ebonyi State, the killing that happened in Ebonyi State, there is no manhunt for anybody. That killed about 20 Biafrans. There is no manhunt from the governor of Ebonyi State. There is no manhunt from the police in Ebonyi State. Rather, police in Ebonyi State is having a war. They are trading war of words with the indigenous people of Biafra. War of words. Instead of the police to manhunt for the killers of Biafrans wherever they are, whether they are in Benue State, whether they are in Aguilar, whether they are in Kafanchan, whether so long as they are in Nigeria territory, police is a federal security agent or agency. They are not conducting manhunt for over 20 people killed and villages razed in Ebonyi State. But in Kogi State, they are manhunting for 2 herdsmen that was killed. And the manhunt will continue and they will stop at nothing until they arrested all the youths in that village. Now, back to what Nnamdi Kanu wrote here. Nnamdi Kanu said, those that look up to the governors across the east for protection can now see for themselves that caliphate are the ones in charge. You see that? The caliphate, what this word mean here, or this sentence mean here, is that caliphate is in charge. That is the reason why they will conduct manhunt for those who killed 2 herdsmen in Kogi State. Meanwhile, 20 people were killed in Ebonyi State and there were no manhunt. Rather, police came to start explaining that there was a clash between Aguilar people and Igbo people in Ohaku local government. But there were no manhunt. So police is justifying that the killing in Ohaku is justified because it is a crisis between 2 communities in a different state. Meanwhile, when 2 herdsmen who have committed atrocities, murder, rape, was killed, they start manhunt. Now, let me also go forward to read this. Now, Nnamdi Kanu also wrote here. He said, BBC, CNN, NTA, and channels. I am not even interested in this BBC, CNN, NTA, but I am interested in channels. Have maintained their criminal silence over the abominable atrocity. I am certain that when the time comes, they will report IPOB responses with glee. This what Nnamdi wrote here is exactly what is going to happen. By the time the reprisal and self-defense will start in Biafra land, they will carry the news and the whole world will hear that the Biafra agitators are now killing people in Nigeria. It will happen and it will come to that. Now, let me read further. And again, the police, in a swift reaction, the Ebonyi State Police Command, through the Public Relation Officer, PRO, Lovett Order, debunked IPOB and other allegations on social media. They went further to say the attention of Ebonyi State Police Command has been drawn to pictures in circulation on various social media platforms, misleading the reading public that it is herdsmen that attack Ebonyi State. Are you here? Are you people following me? This is from police. Police went further to state the record straight. Ebonyi State Police Command wishes to state that pictures showing killings of persons as a result of renewed communal crisis between Agila community in Ado local government of Benue State and Umogudakpo Mgbo in Mgbo community, in Ohauku local government in Ebonyi State. An incident which is itself most regrettable. This is from police. Police in Ebonyi State. And let me again go further before I stop. Here, however, the command wishes to state categorically that this crisis is a reenactment of the age-long border crisis between the two warring communities, which has led to loss of lives and destruction of property worth millions of naira. Are you people following what the police is explaining? That this is a long-age crisis between these communities. So when the community is killing themselves, according to them, which I am coming to also prove them wrong, that it is not this attack, this particular attack did not come from Agila people. Today, 10th March 2020, the divisional police officer in charge of Ohauku Division received information through phone call from the vigilante chairman of Umogudakpo Mgbo in Ohauku local government of the state, stating that the people of Agila in Ado local government of Benue State, numbering about 35 persons, attacked the people of Ndiagore in Umogudakpo Mgbo. Now, another thing here is the police people mentioned vigilante, the vigilante chairman of Umogudakpo. All the vigilante chairman or all the vigilantes in this community, according to the news, has been on the run from the security agents, from the army, from the police, because they are coming to molest and arrest them. Now, let me take you back. Let me take you back to the killing in Kogi State and the narrative and the police reaction, for you to know that you, as a southerner in Nigeria, you are not a Nigerian. You, a Biafran that is shouting one Nigeria, you are not a Nigerian. You are never welcome in Nigeria. You are not protected in Nigeria. Now, I will show you now the response of the police for the killing of 2 herdsmen in Kogi State. Now, listen to this. Police launch manhunt for killers of 2 herdsmen in Kogi State. You see them? This is the son. Now, let me go straight to the... Now, here, from here. From here, police command in Kogi State says it has launched a manhunt for some youths that killed or allegedly killed 2 Fulani herdsmen in Egume, Dekina local government area of the state. Are you listening to that? The command spokesperson or spokesman, DSP William Aya, told newsmen in Lokoja on Sunday, today, that the herdsmen were grazing their cows in the bush when the youth attacked them, killing 2 of them and injuring 3 others. Aya said that the incidents which occurred on March 10th was unwarranted, as the herdsmen were their legitimate duty and did not herd their cows into any farm. He said that the police, on hearing of the incident, rushed to the scene, evacuated the injured and dead victims to the Grimad Hospital, Ayemba. Now, are you hearing that? Police, upon hearing that 2 Fulani herdsmen has been killed, they rushed to the scene and rescued the injured and rushed them to the hospital. And they took the dead, which you saw in this picture, and they rescued the injured and took them to the hospital. Is Kogi State not in Nigeria? Is Ebonyi State not in Nigeria? Did any security agent visit the scene of these killings in Ohauku, local government of Ebonyi State, and rescued the people, or took the dead to hospital? When the divisional police headquarters or the divisional police officer in Ohauku, in charge of Ohauku, was in that newspaper telling stories how the vigilante chairman in that local government or in that community called him, that the Aguila people came to attack them. Did the police swift into action to go to that community and mobilize men to go to that community to see whether there is any life they could rescue? Did police go there? The answer is no. Police did not go there. Police did not go there immediately to rescue, and not as the attack was going on. For you to understand, they came in the morning, in broad daylight, to attack that community. But you are hearing a different. Immediately police information get to police in Kogi State. They swift into action and went to the scene, and they rescued injured and even took them to the hospital. Are you seeing it now that you are just more than a slave in your one Nigeria? If the community, the Mbo community, mobilized and attacked those people who came to do that killing and kill 1 or 2 of them, and it happens that they are Fulani, do you think that this message or this whole story that police in Ebonyi State are singing and narrating to you, selling to you, is what they will be selling to you? It will be a totally different ball game. But because they came with heavy machine guns, unexpectedly, while the military was molesting and arresting people, even the vigilantes who were supposed to be guiding and protecting the community, while they attacked. And today, police is telling you story that it is communal clashes. I will be addressing that fake news that they are telling you it is communal clashes. Now, let me read just a few things again, and then I come to my main message and analysis today. He appealed to Fulanis in the state not to embark on reprisal, saying that police would ensure justice in the matter by bringing the perpetrators to book. I will stop here because this is turning my stomach. This thing I'm reading is turning my stomach. Are you hearing that? Police is assuring herdsmen who have killed thousands of Nigerians that they are going to make sure that they fish out the killers of these two herdsmen and they must face justice. Now, ask yourself, how many people, how many Fulanis has been arrested for all the killings in Benue State, all the killings in Ebonyi State, all the killings in Enugu State, all the killings in Zamfara State, all the killings in Kaduna State, all the killings all over Nigeria? How many? When have police come to assure you after the killings of these herdsmen that they are going to make sure that they bring the herdsmen who perpetrated this killing to justice? Have you ever read that in any news? No. If you have read it in any news, can you post it? Let us see. You can never hear police say they are going to bring herdsmen to book. They are not even, they have never even accepted that herdsmen are killing. You see that? Now, this is not it. I want to show you one thing. I want to show you one thing. This is about the bomb blast in Lagos. Those of you who are thinking that this bomb blast in Lagos is about pipeline explosion or what have you, you need to rethink. You need to rethink. Now, let me show you this.
This is pipeline explosion at Amod of local government, Ablado to be precise, inside of Monile. Please, we need assistance from fire service. This video should go viral, please. We need the appropriate authority to intervene.
You see, when you look at the buildings around that place, when you look at the buildings around that place, you will know that this is a targeted attack. And it baffles me. Nigerians are quickly to make comment on a very important, very crucial, and very important issue of national interest. They will be quick to make comment and to come to a conclusion that this is a pipeline explosion. Have you not been seeing pipeline explosion in Nigeria before? Have you not been witnessing or seeing where pipeline exploded in Nigeria? Will you look at this?
Massive. There has been a lot of destruction of houses.
Will you look at these buildings?
Assume that people are inside the building itself.
These houses you are looking at now.
Amod of the local government.
Will you look at this scene and come to a conviction
It is life.
that this is a pipeline explosion?
Please.
Of course.
Ablado first 2. That is where it's happening.
Of course.
Are they sure?
They targeted the area where the pipeline is located. And as you all know, there is a school located in that place. And according to the story, the school is a boarding school. And the building of that school was leveled to the ground. And my question to Nigerians who are quick to come and make conclusion on issues like this is, have you not seen where pipeline explode before? Is it the first time you are seeing pipeline explosion in Nigeria? Since decade, for decade now, we have been seeing pipeline explosion. But this particular one is different. This particular pipeline explosion is different. It has destroyed all the buildings in that area. Is that how pipeline explode? This is a heavy bomb, PRJ or PGR, what is it called? That was used to bomb the pipeline. And the effect of that bomb is what you are seeing in those schools. The effect is what you are seeing in those schools. If it is just pipeline explosion, what you will see is that the fire will begin to raise everything down. But this is the heavy bomb, the effect of the bomb explosion that rocked the whole area. And you come to quickly say it is pipeline explosion. Who exploded the pipeline? Is there anybody bunkering the pipeline in that place? You see, Nigerians must begin to think before they come to social media to say things that are out of point. That was an attack in Yoruba soil. And they targeted a place, and this attack will continue to come. They will be targeting a place where they have this kind of pipeline, oil pipeline. It will be coming. This is a deliberate attack on Yoruba land. And if Nigeria is a country that has intelligence, security, you will investigate and you will come to term. The conclusion of the investigation will be that it was a deliberate bomb attack in that particular area. And more of it is coming in Lagos. So when you come to say a pipeline explode, have you not seen, is it the first time pipeline explode in Lagos? There has been other places in part of Lagos that sometimes they come in the news that pipeline exploded. Have you not seen it? Have you not gone to see the scene where the place where pipeline exploded before? Why is this one different? It is different because it is not explosion, it is not pipeline explosion. The place was bombed and the pipeline, targeting the pipeline and then targeting the lives of Christians and Yorubas in that place. That is the fact. I want to also, before I go, to address the issue of Ebonyi State herdsmen and the Egela claims that they are claiming. Now, go and check this Ado local government in Benue State. Which people have occupied there today? Jocelyn Noah, I see you. Thank you. Which people occupied this part of Ado local government in Benue State? There are Fulanis. And now, you will be wondering, why is Fulanis not attacking? It is a trade by barter. Trade by barter that was done on this Ebonyi State people. So the attack that occurred or that took place on the 10th of March 2020 in Ohauku, in Umbo community, Ohauku local government, is carried out, or were carried out by Fulani in conjunction with part of Benue people. And when I was watching the videos of the community leaders, the chiefs, they were all saying the crisis in Fulani is taking advantage of every place you have crisis in Biafra land. They are taking the advantage. What is happening is not taking over Ebonyi State. It is attack on Nigeria. It is attack on Nigeria. So any place there are crises, any place there are communal crisis, Fulani is taking advantage of it. And today, when I watch the village leaders, the chiefs in that community, saying on camera, this is not herdsmen, this is Agala people, they have crisis. And Igala people has never, themselves, confirmed with their own mouths that there has never been attacked this way. So, if you has never been attacked this way, what went wrong? Why they are attacking you now this way? It is Fulani herdsmen. Because all of you are speaking from the both side of your mouth because of the governor of Ebonyi State. Because of the governor of Ebonyi State, you chiefs in those local government and in those villages that were attacked are looking at the face of the governor, and you cannot speak the truth the way it is. You are claiming, were you there? Did these people who attacked came there to tell you we are Igala people? Were you there? Did you see them? When they came, did you have conversation with them to know that they are not speaking Fulani and they are Igala people? How are you sure? You are just because you have crisis there before, and they have never come, even with all the crisis according to your claim, for ages. This kind of killings never happened. And now it is happening. And now there is influx of Fulani killers in Igbo land, in Biafra land. And the killing now has happened the way it has never happened before. And you still come to say they will have crisis. And now, but this kind of killing has never happened before. It is happening now. Because Fulani is taking the advantage, and they have hijacked every place they have crisis in Igbo land and in Biafra land. And you cannot speak and allow the government that is not existing to go to Benue to fish out the Fulanis or fish out the local people that carried out the killing. You are there confirming that it is not Fulani. Did you see them? Did you have handshake with them? We are talking based on our facts and research. Fact finding. We have our eye everywhere. And you come on camera just to please the governor of Ebonyi State. You will come and say it is not Fulani. Why would you say it is not Fulani? Did you see them? The chiefs talking, even the security, the vigilante chairman that was calling the divisional officer. Did he see the people? Did he have conversation with the people? So the attack is Fulani. It was carried out by Fulani from Benue State in collaboration with the part of Benue, of course, because if you go to that Ado local government today, Fulanis are now occupying there. And when the people are talking and trying to save lives of Biafra before Biafra comes, so that we'll have people in Biafra Republic, you will come on camera and begin to praise a governor who has been running around and don't care about the security of life and property of Ebonyi people. And ordinary to set out security outfit in the southeast. They are writing letter to Aso Rock. They are inviting IG. Meanwhile, look at Delta, look at the south part of Biafra. They already set out their security outfit. Look at Yorubas. And when Yoruba set up Amatekon, this same governor Omahe was the one shouting, we started it, we started it. You started it. What have you done today? You started it, you started it. What have you done? Where is your own security outfit? Instead of you people to join hand with South-South, instead of the Southeast and South-South to join hand, you are there dividing yourself. We were writing letter to IG. And 20 people were killed in your state. And the police were busy writing letter and explanation and throwing word with IPOB that it is Igala people. If it is Igala people, did you license them to come and kill people in Ebonyi State? Do they have license to come and kill people in Ohaku, in Umbo community? So what have you done as a security agency? What you are doing in Kogi State now, manhunting for people who took Fulani? Why are you not doing that in Ebonyi State and in Agala if you feel it is Igala people? Why are you not doing that? Is the Agala not in Nigeria? You people must receive sense and stop all this. It is time. Otherwise, we are not there. But like everybody says, when the killing touches you, when it comes to your family, you senator, you governor, when it comes, even the people who are talking, these community leaders who are talking there, when the killing comes to you, you will be singing a different song. And you cannot run away from it until Biafra is restored. So long as you are living in Nigeria today, under this Nigeria, fraud called Nigeria, your life is not secured. It can be taken away every moment. Any moment, your life can be taken away. You are not secured. And the only way to solve this whole problem, is Nigeria disintegration and freedom of Biafra. When you disintegrate Nigeria, you disintegrate the interest of these Fulani killers. When you disintegrate Nigeria, you disintegrate the interest of what is bringing them to Biafra land. You now have your own border. That anybody who must come in must meet the requirement to be accepted into your country. And you have what we call a functional security system in Biafra. Nigeria today do not have any functional security system. You see what the video they shared about Owerri, Imo State, where people are going, when they are going for their mass, for their Friday prayer. You see they were trooping in thousands from Amausa, or what is it called, in Imo State. And you see those people, I shared their video one time, trooping in their millions from Chad into Nigeria after the president went to Egypt to say visa free. Do you remember the video? I shared that video. Most of them are in Biafra land today in Imo State, waiting for order to be given. You see all those young men, where are their family? Where are their mothers, their brother or their sisters? You don't see them anywhere. But immediately Friday, when they are going to prayers, we saw, everybody must have seen the video. You will see them trooping in their thousands going to pray. In Imo State, where are their families? Where are their mother? Where are their father? You don't see them anywhere. And what are they doing in Imo State? What is their job in Imo State? You don't know. And you think they are just staying there because Imo State is a paradise. So Imo State is a heaven that when you just come there, you stay. You don't know, you people don't know what is going on. Until you begin to support Biafra, your brain can never open. You are still in darkness. You are still in darkness. And the point is that you don't need to come publicly to start shouting Biafra, Biafra. Sabotage the government. Any place you find yourself today, as from southern part of Nigeria, sabotage the government. It is part of this agitation. It is legitimate. If you have your way, anywhere you are working and employed in Nigeria today, sabotage the government. Because if you don't sabotage the government, at the end of the day, they will sabotage you. They will sabotage your earning. They will sabotage your life. Not only that, you may end up even losing the life. And when you die for Nigeria, you die for nothing. For nothing. Begin to sing Nigeria disintegration. It doesn't matter whether you belong to Biafra, whether you belong to Duduwa, whether you belong to another nation coming from a middle belt. It doesn't matter. But what matters is that it is time to say enough is enough. And the freedom from the people who use hostility, terrorism to get power. You see what the United States of America, the U.S. Department of State, they report on Nigeria in the last election. They report that the military and DSS compromised. And they use them to intimidate voters and thereby affecting the outcome of the election, 2019. The U.S. Department of State. And you don't know what is going on and what is going to happen. We will destroy Nigeria, but before we come down, I told you people, if Nigeria don't give this Biafra freedom, we will bring the Biafra from abroad. It will happen and you will all be alive to see it. Thank you for watching me this evening. Remember, the 20th of June, coronavirus is everywhere. Hopefully, before next month, this coronavirus epidemic will be controlled. And by June is still far. By June, our 1 million march, Biafra march, will hold. And June is very, very far. And we hope that the coronavirus must have ended by then. And remember, if you are a Nigerian in the United States, and you are tired of the killings in Nigeria, you are welcome. Whether you are Yoruba, whether you are from Middle Belt, you are welcome to join the Biafran agitators, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, the biggest and the greatest leader of Biafra agitation alive. I call on you, if you are coming, bring your family, bring your friends, whether white, Black, Asia, wherever you come from. If you don't like the killings of Christians in Nigeria, come in solidarity with Biafra and march. Do not bring Nigeria flag. This is not Nigeria event. This is totally, purely Biafra event. If you are coming, if you have Biafra flag, bring your Biafra flag. But do not bring Nigeria flag. This is organized by indigenous people of Biafra and has nothing to do with Nigeria and will not have anything to do with Nigeria. Bring your families, bring your friends, come in solidarity to support the Biafra agitation, and you campaign and march against injustice and killings of Christians in Nigeria. Thank you and have a wonderful week. And remember, be prepared. Try to stay safe from coronavirus. Nigeria, the liar Mohammed, they have come to start lying that the people in Nigeria, the man who came to Nigeria tested positive and now they tested negative and all that to embezzle the money. They continue to lie on everything they can lay their hand on. And when the main coronavirus will come to Nigeria, we just pray that it never come, because these people, what they did last time was a lie, and it was stage managed, it was fake and scam. There is no real, and even CNN, who never reported anything, hurriedly carried that news. When I responded to CNN News, if you go to my page, you will see the video I made. I told CNN, you are not yet sure whether this claim of coronavirus in Nigeria is real. I made that video, and I know why I made the video, and today you can see it, that I was right. Because from what we have seen so far, the way they managed that coronavirus issue in Nigeria can never be real. It can never be real. Never. So it was a lie. They went and hired one Italian man to come and demonstrate something, and they paid him heavily, and then that's the end. So coronavirus is not yet in Nigeria, and pray that it doesn't come. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.